It started as a nuisance, just a little itch on her soles at night. But soon, it became a relentless burn, like fire ants crawling under her skin. Barbara, a 62-year-old retired teacher, blamed dry skin. She slathered on lotion, soaked her feet, even tried vinegar baths. Nothing worked. Then one morning, she noticed a small cut on her toe, one that refused to heal. Within weeks, it turned black around the edges. The ER doctor's words hit like a hammer. "MS, Thompson, your blood sugar is dangerously high. This isn't just dry skin, it's diabetic neuropathy." Barbara's itchy, tingling feet were the first warning of nerve damage from undiagnosed diabetes. High blood sugar had silently destroyed the small blood vessels feeding her nerves, leaving her with permanent numbness and a near amputation. If your feet itch, burn, or feel pins and needles, especially at night, don't dismiss it. Demand an A1C test for diabetes. Check for dry cracks, slow-healing sores, or discoloration. Soak feet in lukewarm, not hot, water. Moisturize with urea cream, and never go barefoot. Control sugar levels with low-carb meals and walking. It could save your feet and your life. Frank, a 58-year-old trucker, scratched his scalp raw. "Must be dandruff," he muttered, switching shampoos every week. But the itch spread, down his neck, his arms, like invisible bugs biting. His wife noticed his ankles were swollen. His urine turned dark as coffee. One night, he collapsed at dinner. The ER doctor ran tests, then said quietly, "Your kidneys are failing. Toxins are building up in your blood, and your scalp itch? That was your body screaming for help." Frank's relentless scalp itch was pruritus, a classic sign of kidney/liver failure. Toxins like phosphorus and bile acids had poisoned his blood, triggering nerve-ending fury. An itchy scalp with no rash plus swollen legs or fatigue. Skip the shampoo aisle, get kidney, GFR, and liver, ALT/AST, tests. Drink lemon water to flush toxins, cut processed meats and alcohol, and ask about bile acid binders if itching persists. Early dialysis could have saved Frank years of agony. Margaret, 67, rubbed her palms raw. "Allergies," her doctor shrugged. But the itch became a searing pain, like holding hot coals. Her fingers turned blue in winter. One morning, she couldn't lift her grandbaby. The cardiologist's EKG revealed blocked arteries. Her itchy hands were starving for oxygen. "Peripheral artery disease," he said. "Next stop? A heart attack." Her itchy, cold hands signaled PAD, a clogged pipeline effect from poor circulation. Without treatment, tissue death, gangrene, or stroke was next. If your palms itch plus fingers tingle or swell, demand an ankle brachial index, ABI, test for PAD. Walk 30 minutes daily, eat beets and garlic for nitric oxide, and quit smoking. Margaret saved her hands with blood thinners, but only because she pushed for answers. Retired mechanic Joe, 70, clawed at his back like a bear against a tree. No rash, no dryness, just maddening itch under the skin. Chiropractors blamed stress. Then his left leg went numb. The MRI showed a herniated disc crushing his spinal nerves. "That itch," the neurosurgeon said. "Your nerves were dying." Neuropathic itch from nerve compression, spinal stenosis, Parkinson's, or shingles doesn't respond to creams. Joe needed surgery to prevent paralysis. An itch with no rash plus numbness/weakness? Demand a neurologist referral. Try capsaicin cream for nerve pain, posture correction, and shingles vaccine if over 50. Joe's lesson? Nerve damage is silent until it's too late. Vietnam vet Carl, 71, woke nightly, scratching his chest bloody. Eczema, doctors said. But the itch spread to his armpits. He dropped 20 pounds in months. The oncologist's biopsy revealed lymphoma. "Cancer cells release itch chemicals," she explained. Your body was waving a red flag. Nighttime chest itch plus drenching sweats equals lymphoma's hallmark. Immune cancers overproduce histamine, creating unscratchable agony. If anti-itch creams fail and you're losing weight, demand a CBC blood test plus CT scan. Carl survived with immunotherapy, but only because he trusted his gut over dismissive doctors. Diabetes patient Luis, 65, laughed off his athlete's foot. But when his toe turned black, the surgeon said, "We must amputate." The fungus had eaten through his skin, inviting flesh-eating bacteria. "One more week," the doctor said, "and we'd be removing your leg." Diabetic plus fungal infections equals gangrene risk. High sugar feeds infections, while poor circulation slows healing. Check between toes daily for peeling, redness, or odor. Use antifungal powders, never share nail clippers, and control blood sugar. Luis saved his foot with 4 antibiotics, but his $50,000 hospital bill was preventable. Gloria, 59, felt fire under her left shoulder blade. Just a pulled muscle, she thought. Days later, blisters erupted like lava. The pain left her sobbing. "Shingles," the doc said. "That itch was the virus attacking your nerves." Now, 2 years later, she still feels phantom flames. Pre-rash shingles itch means the virus is already destroying nerves. Delayed treatment equals lifelong nerve pain, PHN. Asterisk, if you feel sudden, one-sided itching/burning, get antiviral meds within 72 hours. Get Shingrix vaccine even if you've had shingles. Gloria's regret? "I waited until the rash appeared. Now I pay every day." Asterisk, for months, 63-year-old Harold treated his itching like an allergy, popping Benadryl like candy. But the itch wasn't just on his skin. It felt like it was crawling inside him. His wife begged him to see a doctor, but Harold brushed it off until his eyes turned yellow. The gastroenterologist's face went grim as the ultrasound loaded. "Mr. Dawson, your liver is cirrhotic. Those toxins your liver couldn't filter? They've been poisoning you for years, and your skin was screaming for help." Asterisk. Harold's full-body itching with no rash was cholestatic pruritus, a classic sign of liver disease. Bile acids, backed up in his bloodstream, were tormenting his nerve endings. By the time jaundice appeared, his liver was already 70% scarred. If you have itching plus fatigue, dark urine, or nausea, demand liver function tests, ALT, AST, bilirubin. Cut out alcohol, processed foods, and unnecessary meds, like Tylenol. Harold's life was saved by a strict liver diet and ursodiol, but only because his wife forced him to the ER. Your skin doesn't lie. Listen before it's too late. Firefighter Dan, 55, noticed his palms were always red and itchy. "Must be the gloves," he joked. But when he started gasping after climbing just 1 flight of stairs, his wife dragged him to the ER. The cardiologist's EKG showed blockages in 3 arteries. "Dan, your itchy hands? That was your heart begging for oxygen. If you'd waited 6 more months, you'd be dead." Dan's itchy, warm palms were erythromelalgia, a rare but deadly sign of microvascular disease. Poor circulation left his hands starved for blood, triggering inflammation and itch. Asterisk, itchy palms plus shortness of breath? Demand a stress test and coronary calcium scan. Eat omega-3s, salmon, flax seeds, quit smoking, and monitor blood pressure. Dan survived with stents, but his firefighter buddy wasn't so lucky. Itching can be your heart's SOS. Asterisk. Linda, 59, slathered steroid cream on her itchy chest for a year. Just eczema, her dermatologist said. But when her joints swelled like balloons, a rheumatologist ran 1 blood test, then froze. "Linda, you're not allergic. Your immune system is eating you alive." Her diagnosis? Lupus. The itch was the first domino to fall. Autoimmune itching, from lupus, Sjogren's, or celiac disease, happens when antibodies attack skin nerves. Linda's anti-dsDNA blood test confirmed her body was in full-scale civil war. If anti-itch creams fail plus you have joint pain, demand an ANA antibody test. Switch to anti-inflammatory foods, turmeric, leafy greens, and ask about hydroxychloroquine. Linda's lupus is now controlled, but she lost 2 years to misdiagnosis. Don't let doctors dismiss you. Grandpa Ed, 72, scratched his head raw for years. "Old age," he muttered. But when his family noticed his breath smelled like ammonia, they rushed him to the hospital. The nephrologist's words were brutal. Ed's kidneys are at 8%. Dialysis starts tomorrow. His harmless itch? Uremic pruritus, a death sentence if ignored. Kidney failure lets urea and phosphorus build up, exciting skin nerves. By the time itching appears, 90% of kidney function may already be gone. Scalp itch plus metallic taste. Demand a GFR test and urine albumin check. Drink cranberry juice, no sugar added. Limit red meat and salt, and monitor blood pressure. Ed's grandkids now get tested yearly because kidney disease is a silent killer. Retired teacher Miriam, 68, complained for years about an unscratchable back itch. Doctors blamed dry skin. Then her handwriting shrank. Her smile faded. The neurologist's MRI showed dopamine cells dying. Miriam, that itch was Parkinson's first whisper. Now it's shouting. Neuropathic itch often precedes tremors and Parkinson's by 5 to 10 years. Damaged nerves send false itch signals long before motor symptoms appear. Asterisk, if you have localized itch plus loss of smell or small handwriting, push for a DAT scan. Exercise daily, delays progression, and eat antioxidant-rich foods, berries, nuts. Miriam's on levodopa now, but she'll always wonder, what if I'd listened to my skin? Nurse Rita, 60, made her diabetic husband check and lotion his feet nightly. He rolled his eyes until his coworker, also diabetic, lost a toe to infection. See, Rita said, that 30-second habit just saved your foot. A year later, his podiatrist confirmed 0 ulcers, 0 nerve damage. Diabetic skin cracks invite MRSA and gangrene. Rita's husband avoided hospital stays and $50,000 surgeries with one cheap tub of cream. Slather urea cream on feet nightly, inspect between toes with a mirror, and never walk barefoot. Rita's mantra: lotion is cheaper than amputation. Social drinker Paul, 57, laughed off his nightly itch. Must be my laundry detergent. But when his skin turned bronze, his daughter Googled the symptoms, then burst into tears. Cirrhosis. The hepatologist's warning was blunt. 2 more drinks a week, and you'll need a liver transplant. Even moderate drinking 1-2/day can cause fatty liver cirrhosis. Paul's itching was from bile acids backing into his blood. If you drink more than 3x/week plus itch, get a fibroskin test. Switch to green tea and mocktails and take milk thistle. Paul's liver healed, but his friends didn't. Itching is your liver's last cry. Breast cancer survivor Diane, 65, knew her armpit itch wasn't just stress. Her first doctor shrugged. The second ordered a biopsy and found stage 3 lymphoma. If you'd waited 3 more months, the oncologist said, this would have been terminal. Cancer itch is caused by cytokines and histamine release. Diane's persistence overrode medical gaslighting. If one doctor dismisses your itch, see another. Demand LDH blood tests plus PET scans. Diane's now cancer-free because she fought like hell to be her.